Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com bringing you my review of the Nike Mercurial Superfly 4. After several years of waiting, the Superfly is back, and while it shares some similarities to previous models, the overall design and concept is all new. Just like the Nike Magista Obra, the Superfly 4 features a Flyknit upper and mid-cut design, giving the boot a sock-like sensation on feet. Being that the Superfly 4 is still part of the Mercurial line, the general shape of the boot still looks and fits at least somewhat similar to current and past Mercurial models, which I found to be one of the distinct differences between the Magista Obra and the Superfly 4. While the Superfly 4 features that classic Mercurial fit, the natural softness and flexibility of the Flyknit upper allows for that same tight wrap around your foot, leaving no extra space inside the boot while still maintaining a tremendous amount of comfort. It's a narrower cut, but the upper instantly adjusts to the shape and width of your foot, so as long as you don't have excessively wide feet, you should fit quite comfortably in the Superfly 4, as they don't seem to be quite as narrow as a standard pair of Mercurials. In terms of sizing, I wore my usual size 9 US for review, and the fit and the length was perfect, so if you're looking to order a pair, I would recommend going true to size. One note in regards to the sizing is that it's very important that you don't have too much extra space at the toe. Too much extra space will cause heel slippage and the shoes just won't fit right. The mid-cut design, which Nike calls the dynamic fit collar, definitely looks a little odd, but actually feels pretty good. It's made from a stretchy Flyknit material, allowing you to more easily put the shoes on and take them off, of course, while still maintaining a snug fit and a full range of motion at the ankle. For those wondering, it doesn't get in the way, it doesn't feel weird or uncomfortable, and in all honesty, you don't really notice it when the shoes are on your feet. What I like about the mid-cut design of the Superfly 4 is that it gives you that seamless sensation, where the shoes feel like an extension of your body as opposed to a pair of shoes on your feet. I'm hesitant to say that it's better or worse than a standard low-cut boot, but what I can tell you is that they feel different, and some people, including myself, will really like that about this new concept from Nike. When it comes to feel, the Flyknit upper of the Superfly 4 is dramatically different from that of the Magista Obra, a difference that I honestly was not expecting to be quite as extreme. The one-piece Flyknit base for the upper is fairly thin, but at the same time it's very dense and well structured. It feels a lot more solid in comparison to pretty much any other upper that's going to be as thin as what you're going to get from the Flyknit upper of the Superfly 4. The combination of layers that make up the upper of the Superfly is similar to that of the Nike Hypervenom Phantom. Inside the boot, you'll find a thin support frame fused to the underside of the upper, with a thin clear Nike skin layer fused on the outside of the upper, giving the boot just a slight amount of extra grip on the ball without any extra bulk. The upper is also finished off with ACC, all conditions control, just like what you'll find on all the other top end models from Nike, giving this boot a slight amount of extra grip when playing in wet weather conditions. So, how does it perform? I was expecting the upper of the Superfly 4 to be the thinnest upper that Nike has ever put out, but my experience with the boot was much different. Yes, the upper is thin, but certainly not thinner than what's been available from past Mercurials, or even the current Vapor 10 for that matter. The upper has a slightly cushioned sensation about it, which is by no means a bad thing and actually feels pretty good. You get that perfect Mercurial fit, with an upper that provides a thin, natural feel for the ball. To put it simply, it's about the same amount of padding that you get from a thick pair of socks, but more structurally sound and with the added grip from the Nike skin covering. In regards to protection, there isn't much, but I wouldn't say that it's any more or less protective than a pair of Vapors or even a pair of Hypervenom Phantoms. To me, the real highlight is the seamless feel. Since there aren't any overlapping materials or layers, your touch on the ball is the same no matter what part of the foot you use to make contact with the ball, which is an absolutely unbelievable sensation that you can really only get from the Superfly 4 or the Magista Obra. Making its return on the Superfly 4 is the carbon fiber sole plate. Visually, the sole plate is stunning, but in comparison to previous Superfly models, this carbon fiber sole plate feels a lot different. As opposed to being stiff and rigid, the new sole plate is quite flexible and moves very naturally with the bend of your foot, pretty much from right out of the box. It maintains a similar shape and structure of what you get from the compressed nylon sole plate of the new Vapor 10, and is actually quite similar in feel as well, to the point where you can barely tell a difference between the two in overall feel and performance. It's great, but nothing like Nike's previous carbon fiber sole plates. The Superfly 4 also features the new Mercurial stud pattern, which has reverted back to 4 studs under the heel as opposed to 2, and also has made some minor changes in the forefoot area of the boot. In comparison, it feels a little more stable, and the amount of grip that it provides isn't quite as extreme as the previous variation, but the overall performance is still very good. What I was most worried about was the structural integrity of the upper, but with the internal support frame and the Brio cables within the lacing system, the Superfly 4 feels very responsive. You get plenty of grip and a true one-to-one experience with the way the upper moves very naturally with your foot. Alright guys, that's it for my review of the Nike Mercurial Superfly 4. This is a shoe that I really enjoyed wearing. It's very comfortable, it feels very natural. The one-piece sock-like enclosure and the mid-cut design is something that you really have to experience to truly understand. And overall, like I said, I was just really happy with the Superfly 4. Even though just based on looking at the pictures, it wasn't exactly what I was expecting, which hopefully came through in the review. I think once more people have the opportunity to try it out, it's going to surprise a few people in terms of how they actually feel, because like I said, they're a lot different than what I was honestly expecting. So to answer the question, is the Superfly 4 the best shoe ever as Nike is describing it to be, and as many are hoping it to be? The short answer to that question is no. But do I think that the one-piece upper, the Flyknit construction, and the mid-cut design is something that is truly revolutionary in the soccer industry? The short answer to that question is yes. And that's really how I would go about recommending the Superfly 4 or the Magista Obra. If you have bought into this concept, if you like the idea of the one-piece upper and the mid-cut design, you don't mind how it looks, then definitely go for one of these two models. The Superfly 4 and both the Magista Obra are going to provide an absolutely fantastic and truly unique playing experience that you won't get from any other soccer shoe on the market at this point in time. So again, that's pretty much it for my review. Really great shoe. I definitely can recommend it. Other than that, guys, look out for future videos on the Superfly 4 over the next couple of weeks. There's still going to be tons of coverage on the boot on my channel, comparison videos. A traction test is coming very soon, so I'm going to get more, you'll get more information and actually be able to see how the shoe does perform in terms of the traction pattern as well as the structural integrity of the upper, something I touched on a little bit in today's video. But again, more videos are coming very soon, so if you have any questions or suggestions regarding the Superfly 4, be sure to leave those down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed today's playtest video and want to see more, be sure to support the video with a like, and also leave a comment down below. Let me know which playtest you guys would like to see next. I know a lot of you are asking for the Predator Instinct. I think that one is going to be next in line. But again, if you have any other suggestions, be sure to leave them down below in the comments. Other than that, subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all of my social media information down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.